Yan. Asking the right question. This is very important kasi if we don't ask the right questions, we'll never solve the right answers. No, pag hindi tayo nagtatanong, no, and kung hindi tayo mahilig magtanong, baka hindi natin masagot yung mga tanong, mga tamang tanong. No? And sometimes people have a hard time asking questions because they think it's a dumb question. No? Pero okay na rin dumb question. No? Isa sa mga natutunan ko yan along the way in leadership is I have to be just brave enough to ask the questions. Sometimes, I've asked so many dumb questions during our meetings. Pero, ganun talaga, no? And that's how you learn. That's how you grow. If you learn how to ask the right questions. And today, I will teach you how to ask the right questions. These are questions that can help you solve the problems. So today, we'll talk about 3 ways to ask the right questions when attacking your problems, no? So, alam mo, lahat tayo may problema. Especially now, we are in a pandemic. In short, we all are facing problems, no? And some of the problems are overwhelming. And here's the thing about the problems that we're facing today, no? Lalo na if it's COVID-related or global pandemic-related, many of the things that we have to decide on as human beings, wala po tayong facts to back it up. No, wala. Parang, saan ko kukunin? Walang pattern, walang studies. This is all new to us. And so the best way, okay, the real best way to solve and attack the problem is by asking questions and learning how to ask the right questions. And this is what I'm going to teach to all of us today that has helped me and guide me as a leader. No, I'm leading now a non-profit organization. I'm leading a church. It's volunteer run. We have 1% paid staff. It's 99% volunteer run. But we're also facing a lot of crisis right now, even as a church, dahil nga sa mga changes na nangyari. So it would be good now to ask the right questions para ma-attack natin yung tamang problema. Kasi minsan, na-overwhelm tayo, feeling natin sobrang daming problema. Pero pag pag tinignan mo mabuti at mineditate mo yung sitwasyon, nakita mo yung sitwasyon, you'll see, okay, that's not a problem, this is the problem. Now that I've pinpointed the problem, how do I now get into to know what questions to ask so that I could attack the problem? No? Again, marami po sa atin, as what I'm saying, wala po tayong sagot dahil wala tayong facts, wala tayong patterns, but then if asking the right question would lead us to some good solutions along the way, no? Sabi ni Henry David Thoreau, no? Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined. Now, this is so true, no? Dapat alam natin anong direction natin and that we might be able to live the life we have imagined. But for us to do that, we have to ask the right questions. Questions, when asked right, will bring us in the right direction. So kung questions when asked wrong will bring us in the wrong direction. No? And siguro an assumption I'm making before I move on to this topic is many of the questions that I ask are done actually in community. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang mag-isa nagtatanong. No? May kabatuhan ka. Like yan, no? Nakita ko ngayon, nandito si Alan Magtoto. Kabatuhan ko yan ng mga problema ko. No? Or hindi problema ko, ng mga solutions. And so I'm trying to ask the questions. Like yesterday, I had a 45-minute meeting with some of the people I work with. And I said, you know what? I'm going to present to you something. And I want you to critique. I want you to challenge. I want you to say how heretic my presentation is because I'm trying to ask questions at a time of crisis where there's no facts or evidence yet on how it's going to be. So, iba pa rin that you have great minds around you helping you. So, thank you, Alan, for being one of those guys na kabatuhan ko, no, in asking the right questions. Okay? Questions when asked right will bring us in the right direction. So, in short, it's crucial to ask the right questions if we're going to attack challenges in our lives. Maling tanong, maling diskarte. no? Pag mali ang tanong natin, magiging mali ang diskarte natin, which ayaw mo, no? Kasi nga gusto mo yung energy mo, pagka binigay mo na energy mo, tama na yung diskarte mo. I'm not saying there will be no room for mistakes. I think mistakes and failures can help us, but then asking the right question would help us eliminate uh, some of the mistakes o mga maling diskarte natin. No? So, tamang tanong, tamang diskarte, maling tanong, pwede maging maling diskarte for us. So, let me share 3 ways to ask the right questions. No? So, ang tanong is this. Number 1, you have to understand the problem you're trying to solve. Ano ba yung problema? Understand the problem you're trying to solve. Kasi pagka nagtatanong ka, tapos di mo alam ano yung problemang sinosolve mo, walang kwenta yung mga tinatanong mo, di ba? So, understand the problem you're trying to solve. I'll give you an example of this. No? Are you clear about the problem? Clear ka ba sa problema na pinagdadaanan mo? Ano ba talaga problema mo? Do you have facts backing up to truly say, this is the problem? No? Pwede tayo, let's go as trivial as, wala akong girlfriend eh. Walang pumapato sa akin. Question. Let's understand the problem you're trying to solve. Ano ba problema mo? Love life problem ba? Or baka may iba kang problema? Okay? Do you have facts backing you up na masasabi mo, meron ka talagang love life problem? Baka naman hindi love life problem. Baka ang problem mo would be financial problem. Pag nagde-date, siya ang nagbabayad, so ayaw ka na niya. Hindi na nauulit ang mga date mo. Gwapo ka, mabango ka, masarap ka kausap, yun lang, siya nagbabayad. So, hindi love life problem yun, financial problem yun. So, ang tanong palagi is, ano nga ba ang problema mo? No? What is your problem? No? Dapat clear ka kung ano talaga yung problema mo. No? Para mabigyan natin ng solusyon. So, you have to understand the problem you're trying to solve. No? When you keep probing and poking at the issue, you might be able to conclude if it is really a problem that is major or minor. No? So, i-poke mo. Lagi mo, love life ba talaga problema ko? Or career ba talaga problema ko? Retrenchment ba talaga naging problema ko? Kung bakit ako nawalan ng ano ba problema ko? May problema nga ba talaga ako? Baka wala naman talaga akong problema. So you probe and you poke all the time. You're asking questions. Makulit ka sa sarili mo. You're asking, why is this happening? Why is it like that? Right? And then you go deeper. No, later I'll give you more example. No, pero siguro gamitin na natin ngayon yung pinaka fresh, no, na retrench ka, na walang ka ng trabaho. The problem might not be retrenchment, but your response to the retrenchment. So what problem are you trying to solve? No? Ano ba problema na sinosolve mo? So, pwede ang problema mo, hindi talaga yung na-retrench ka. No? That could have been the result of a pandemic, which is out of our control, but that could not be your problem. So, what could be the possible problems? Okay? Number 1, pwede mo tanong, is it a skill set problem? No? Natatakot ka na na-retrench ka, natatakot ka kasi baka wala na ako makuha ng trabaho because of a skill set problem that I have. May na-expose na weakness sa'yo, kaya ka natatakot. No? So, pag makita mo dito, ang problema mo, hindi retrenchment, maybe a problem is a skill set problem. No? Sanay ka dati na may nakausap ako no, na kinakabahan siya dahil hindi raw siya marunong mag-online. Lahat ngayon ng negosyo nila napuntang online. And the way for her to survive in her career is to go online. No? Ayan. So, yan yung, so baka meron kang skill set problem. No? Na mabilis lang solusyonan yan, kailangan mo mag-aral. No? At matutunan yung skill set na yan. Second, is it adaptability problem? No? So, ang problema mo ba dahil hirap ka mag-adapt? Okay? Hirap ka ba mag-adapt? So, ang problema mo hindi job loss, kung hindi adaptability. Ayaw mo masyadong ayaw mong umadjust. Medyo may pride issue ka about, hindi, ganito ako eh. Ganito talaga ako eh. So, hindi ko ayusin yan. So good question to ask, no? Third question would be, is it an attitude problem? No? So baka problema mo attitude. Hindi talaga job loss. No? Baka meron kang attitude problem. Or lastly, pwede ring, is it a contact problem? No? Hindi social distancing to. No? Ibig sabihin, contact problem. Nawala ka ng trabaho, ngayon, kailangan mo lang naman talaga ng contacts para malink ka sa mga taong pwede kang bigyan ng trabaho. So, it could just be a contact problem. Like, meron kang kaibigan, kaibigan mo ako, o magaling ako sa IT. Ay, kung magaling ka sa IT, meron ako nag-aantay na trabaho para sa'yo. I can link you with somebody else. So, it could just be a contact problem. Wala kang skill set problem, wala kang attitude problem, wala kang laziness problem, wala kang adaptability problem, pero baka contact problem lang yung problema mo. Now, these are just examples. Marami pang pwedeng problema na that you might face or encounter. I'm just giving you certain examples so that you can ask the right question. You see, I've already, out of retrenchment, I'm saying retrenchment is not the problem, but asking the right questions might point me to the problem. Okay? So, nakukuha nyo yung what I'm trying to say, no? So, uulitin ko, popost ko na lang muna dito. Yan. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina na baka hindi talaga retrenchment yung problema mo. It could be one of these four. And there could be more. Okay? Is it a skill set problem, adaptability problem, attitude problem, or maybe just a contact problem? Okay? So ikaw nang bahala dyan, no? Kung ano sa tingin mo. And there could be more, and that's why you have to ask the right questions. When you are in the drawing board, you have to get to the root of the problem by asking questions. Lots of them. Kung gusto mo pumunta sa ugat, di ba, pagka nagtatanim tayo or nag-uproot tayo, di ba, hindi naman dahon yung tinatanggap. Di ba, kunyari may puno na malaki. Gusto mong tanggalin yung puno. Paano mo tatanggalin yung puno? Isa-isa mo ba yung leaves? Hindi, di ba? Anong gagawin mo? Kukuha ka ngayon ng tao, tapos talagang maghuhukay ka, tatanggalin mo yung pinakaugat. When you're in the drawing board of finding solutions in your life, you get to the root of the problem by asking questions, and you have to ask lots of them. You have to be very clear about the problem. Because once the problem is clear, the solution becomes clearer. Okay? Okay? Ulitin ko, ha? Okay? Pag nasa drawing board ka of trying to answer your problem, get to the root of it by asking questions. Lots of questions. Once the problem is clear, the solution becomes clearer. Okay? Yan, baka kailangan nyo i-screenshot yan para makatulong sa inyo. Once the problem is clear, the solution now becomes clearer. Now, second, so first is to understand the problem you're trying to solve. Second thing that you need to ask is this, or to do is this. No? Ask reflective and probing questions. No? Kailangan mo, yung nature ng tanong mo, dapat very reflective at very probing. No? Yung talagang pumapasok sa loob, yung talagang sinisik mo talaga yung sagot. No? And that's why you're asking the hard question. Ito yung sinasabi nila, are you ready for the hard question? Saka, can you handle the truth? No? This is it. No? Sometimes kasi yung questions natin, skin deep, mababaw. We are afraid to ask the hard probing questions. Bigyan ko kayo ng hard probing questions. So, number one, here's a hard question to ask yourself. No? Okay ba talaga akong employee? Masipag ba talaga akong negosyante? Those are hard probing questions. Nagre-research nga ba talaga ako or nagsettle na ako? Those are hard probing and reflective questions. No, yung alam mo, ito yung mga tanong na ang magtatanong lang din sa'yo yung best friend mo. No? Okay pa ba ako? Effective pa ba talaga ako? Those are reflective and probing questions. Asking reflective questions would require you to be still. This is a discipline many people have lost because of a fast-paced life. Sa sobrang bilis ng buhay, minsan nakakalimutan natin mag-ask ng reflective questions and probing questions. No? Kaya nga dapat matuto tayong maging still. Lalo na ngayon, naka-lockdown, naka-quarantine. You now have time to ask yourself these questions. Di ba? May pride issue ba talaga ako kaya hindi ako masyado nakikinig? Bakit hindi ako nag-adjust? Bakit hindi ako adaptable? Dahil ba hindi lang ako adaptable or dahil mayabang ako? Di ba? Hard questions yun. No? So this would require a lot of you being alone and asking these questions. It would be good for you to have a paper and ask these questions. Maraming tanong pwede dyan. Reflective and probing questions gets to the heart of the problem. No? Yan yun. No? Gusto mo pumunta sa puso ng problema, sa pinakaugat ng problema. Once this exercise of asking reflective and probing questions, you can now expand your questions by asking how you can solve the problem. Okay? So, stage 1 is, I need probing and reflective questions. Once nagawa ko yung probing and reflective question, at naging totoo ako sa sarili ko, vulnerable ako sa sarili ko, the next thing you do is now, because you've done the probing and reflective question, example, okay, dahil sa reflective probing question, nalaman ko na meron talaga akong skill set problem. Dahil may skill set problem ako, I can now expand my question by asking how I can solve the problem. Dahil may skill set problem ako, ano kaya ang pwede kong gawin? Baka kailangan ko ngayon mag-YouTube, no? Para pag-aralan. Baka kailangan ko magpa-mentor. Or baka kailangan ko hindi yun yung posisyon na ini-aim ko muna. I'll go a little lower first. Another example, upon reflection, I realized that I'm always fearful. Takutin ako. Sigurista ako, takutin ako. Knowing my enemy now, which is fear, I can now expand the question for solutions, no? I now ask the question, have I really surrendered my life to the Lord and asked for courage? Humingi ba talaga ako kay Lord ng tapang? Di ba? Ng katatagan? No? Without fear in my life, so this is an expanding question. So alam ko na fearful ako. Here's how to expand the question. Without fear in my life, what would be my goal for the next 12 months? If fear was not a factor for me, ano kayang kaya kong i-achieve? Ano kayang achievement unlock ko? How will I achieve it? Here's another expansive question. If fear comes back, what will I do about it? No? Okay? So, in-expand ko ngayon yung nasa reflective probing question ko, natakot ako. Okay, alam ko natakot ako, solved na ako. Fearful ako, may spirit of fear ako. I now expand that. Without fear, what could be some of the goals that I truly have? Now, sabi ni Benaya James, very true po. Sadly, napakadaming distractions na naghihinder sa atin na mag-contemplate sa ating current situation. But we need to dig through it. True. No? So talagang you will have to find time for this one. No? Sometimes I do this reflective, like kagabi, no? Hindi ako makatulog. So I did some reflective meditation. No? Asking questions. Ano kaya kailangan gawin? No? I'm trying to ask now questions, probing questions. Like, 2 days ago, my question was, okay ba talaga ako as a leader? Ano bang kailangan ko improve? Lord, ano kailangan ko gawin? Tapos kausap ko na misis ko. Feeling ko kasi may kulang sa leadership ko. I'm probing. I'm asking hard questions. I'm not saying I'm a good leader. I'm saying I've got to work on something. No? And so that's very important. Yan yung sinasabi ko na kailangan alam natin yung tamang tanong and then be reflective and probing so that as I do reflective and probing, I can now expand the questions that would give me the solutions to my problem. Okay? Number 3, okay, is you have to be truthful to yourself. No? Kailangan truthful ka sa sarili mo. Mahirap to. Alam nyo ba, ang number 1 na mahilig nating gawin is magsinungaling sa sarili. We lie to ourselves. Paano ba sa Tagalog yun? No? We lie to ourselves all the time. No? Mahilig tayo magsinungaling. No? Sa sarili natin. No? Kinakausap natin sarili natin and we're lying. No? That's why you have to be truthful to yourself. no? Minsan hindi denial eh. Hindi ka naman denial king. Hindi ka naman denial queen, no? Mahilig ka lang magsinungaling talaga. Loloko ako dati, no? Since obese one ako. So ngayon nag-exercise na ako, pero lagi ko sabihin sa misis ko, pumapayat na ako. Sabi niya, oo, pumapayat ka na, hindi ka pa rin payat. Pero I lie to myself and say, okay na to. And then I relax again and I don't exercise. Why? Because I'm lying to myself. I'm not truthful. And so now I have to ask the right questions. Bakit ba ang hilig ko kumain? Bakit ba ako kumakain ng mga pagkain na alam kong lalasunin lang ako? Junk food. Why? Why am I doing that? No? Until na-realize ko, emotional eater ako. No? Ibig sabihin, imbis na kay Lord ako tumatakbo ako kay Clover or kay Chippy. Ano ba favorite ko? O kay Lace, no? Diyan ako. Pag may budget, nagaraya yan. Sinagaraya ang sagot ng problema ko. No? So now I'm being more truthful to myself because I'm asking the right questions. No, dati wala. Gusto ko lang. Gusto lang kumain. Which means I'm not probing. I'm not poking. No? Now I'm being truthful to myself by asking the right questions. No? Okay, ito. Mahirap na tanong to. Tanong mo sarili mo. Matagal ka na sa trabaho. Bakit hindi ako na-promote? Be truthful to yourself. You have to be vulnerable and be open as you ask these questions. As what I said in my book, no, na Giants for Breakfast, you are your greatest enemy. No? Sino kalaban mo? Sino Goliath ng buhay mo? Ikaw din mismo. You have to fight lies with the truth and then start confessing your truth. No? Ako, I use the Bible to reinforce the truth in my life. No? So, you have to fight those lies. No? Kung may insecurity ka, ibig sabihin may mga lies kang bine-baby. You have to fight the lies with the truth. And then you have to start confessing your truth. No? Sa akin, I use the Bible, no? to fight the lies. Hindi ganon. God has given me the spirit of, not the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power, love, of sound mind. Hindi ako dapat ganun mag-isip. I need to think of I have to assume the positive in people. Right? Whatever is true, pure, noble, think of such things according to Scripture. Right? I have to fight lies with the truth. No? And I have to start confessing the truth. Hindi ako tamad. God does not want me to be lazy. God wants me to be hardworking. That's His word. And that should be my truth. And I confess the truth in my life. Okay? So, you have to be very truthful to yourself. No? So, hindi ko alam paano kayo i-coach dito except by saying you have to be very truthful to yourself. Tandaan nyo to, ang taong ayaw magpatulong, hindi natin matutulungan. Unless you're truthful to yourself, we cannot help you. This video cannot help you. No? This video might just be a good video that you like, but it will not help you or affect you in any way. So you have to fight lies with the truth and you have to start confessing your truth. I want to end with this. No? At kung may mga tanong kayo, lagay nyo lang sa thread because we'll try to answer. No? Action steps. No? Bibigyan ko kayo ng action steps. Number 1, no? What problems are you facing right now? No? Anong mga problema nyo? Okay? Go through these 3 steps in asking the right questions today and tomorrow. I want you to get a notebook. Write down your thoughts. And I want you to finish by addressing the issues of your heart and write some action steps. So, ano yung tatlo natin ulit? No? Review lang natin. Number 1, you have to understand the problem you're trying to solve. Number 2, ask reflective and probing questions. And then after that, you expand to solutions. And number 3, you have to be truthful to yourself. No? Now, as you do that, tanong mo ngayon, ano ba yung problema ko? Which is step 1. Sulat nyo. Get a piece of paper, write it down. I don't know if you can do it now. Okay, do it after this live video. No? Maybe copy, paste this thread or screenshot this screen. Screenshot nyo lang to para mag-go through nyo tong action step. No? And then write down your thoughts. Now, be reflective. It will take 2 days for you to do that. Go do that. No? And hopefully you'll try to get to the answer, to the solution sa problema mo. Right? So yan yung tatlong steps. Very short lang ngayon that I have for you guys. Actually, magta 30 minutes na pala tayo. No? So I want you to understand the problem you're trying to solve. Number two, ask probing and reflective questions. And number three, be truthful to yourself. That's the way to ask the right questions in life. Right? Kung meron po kayong mga comments, mga suggestions pa na mga steps in asking the right questions, please post it here on this, on our thread below. And tatry ko pong sagutin yan. Sabi ni Francis, reflective questions reveal our posture. Totoo. No? Pag medyo mayabang ka kasi, hindi ka magre-reflective question. Parang for you, alam ko na yan, alam ko na yan. Di ba? May mga ganun tao, no? Alam ko na yan, alam ko na yan. Ma-reflect ka pa, di ba? Ako habang tumatanda, doon ko nakita na sobrang importante magkaroon ng time of reflection. Na hindi lahat alam mo yung sagot. No? Yan. Oh, ang ating strengths coach na si Val. Sabi, okay, 5 whys. Also good for problem root cause analysis. In the initial problem, ask yourself why up to 5 times. Nalalim yung understanding sa problem. Hope it helps. Tama! Di ba? Ginagamit ko to palagi. Itong, hindi ko alam na 5 whys pala yun. No? Kung, bakit ba? So, bakit nga? Eh, di bakit? O, so, bakit? Tapos, bakit? No? Kung makulit ka, mga 10 whys yan. No? Yan, sabi ni Jethro, good day. I think it's very important din na magkaroon tayo ng humble heart. It's when we are in a humble state na nagiging open tayo for change and room for improvements. It's when we are humble that we acknowledge that we need to depend on God and be open for reflective and probing questions that could help us grow. Thank you for this helpful episode. Yan, sabi ni Jackson D, thank you. Dami ko na namang take home. Yes, oo, lalo na, yung mga coaching sessions kasi, ang gusto ko gawin, ayoko lang sumuka ng information for you guys. I actually want you to think through and I want some action steps for you to help you make decisions in life. No, ayoko na galing sa akin yung solusyon. Kasi maraming tao ganun yung gusto nilang coaching. Sabihin mo sa akin ano kailangan kong gawin. Ay, hindi ko sasabihin kasi iba-iba naman yung context ng buhay natin. No? So wala akong ABC way on how to do things to solve your problem, but I'm asking you to ask the right questions. And I know and I believe that you guys will be asking the right questions. God bless you guys and thank you so much. See you again next week.
Pare, anong problema mo? Nakatitig ka pa. Kung nagustuhan mo yung video, i-like, share, subscribe mo na. Saka huwag mong kakalimutan i-press yung notification bell kasi maraming video every week. Tandaan mo, act like a man. Gawang lalaki para sa lalaki.